Saudi Arabia is stepping into uncharted territory, a move that's turning heads across the globe. For the first time in its history, the kingdom is set to construct an evangelical church. Let that sink in for a moment. A nation long known for its strict adherence to Islamic traditions is now opening its doors to a level of religious diversity that was once unimaginable. This isn't just news, it's a seismic shift. Now imagine this. A country where public expressions of faith outside of Islam were once limited, taking bold steps towards inclusivity. Saudi Arabia has always been a land of tradition and deep-rooted beliefs, but this move signals something new, a desire for openness, for progress, and for bridging the gaps between cultures and faiths. But this isn't happening in isolation. Look around the region and you'll notice a pattern. Take Egypt, for example. In recent years, they've legalized the construction of numerous churches, sending a strong message about religious plurality. It's as if the Middle East is slowly turning a page, stepping into a future where coexistence is more than just a word. It's a way of life. And then there's Saudi Arabia's groundbreaking moment in early 2023. For the first time ever, the Coptic Orthodox Church held a Christmas Eve Mass in the kingdom. Picture that, a Christian congregation celebrating openly in a country that had, for decades, kept such practices out of public view. It's monumental, isn't it? This upcoming evangelical church isn't just about bricks and mortar, it's about symbolism. It represents a step towards religious harmony, showing the world that Saudi Arabia is serious about evolving its identity in the 21st century. And let's not forget the impact this could have on the global stage. By fostering inclusivity, the kingdom is positioning itself as a leader in modernization and tolerance, a beacon of change in a region often seen through the lens of conflict and division. So, what does this mean for the people of Saudi Arabia? Well, for starters, it's a chance to witness history in the making. The church will likely become more than just a place of worship. It'll be a cultural bridge, connecting communities that may have never interacted before. And with the kingdom's leadership emphasizing peaceful coexistence, this could be the start of something much bigger, a ripple effect that inspires neighboring nations to follow suit. Let's pause here for a moment. What are your thoughts on this? Do you see this as a bold step forward, or do you think it comes with challenges that we're not fully grasping yet? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your perspective, and while you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring more stories like this to light. Now, let's talk about the church itself. While details are still emerging, we know one thing for sure: its design and location will be a delicate balance of modernity and tradition. Imagine a structure that reflects the kingdom's cultural heritage while standing as a symbol of progress. This isn't just architecture, it's a statement. Of course, with progress comes responsibility. Embracing diversity means walking a fine line. It's essential to approach these changes with respect for all beliefs, ensuring that this initiative doesn't alienate but rather unites. The world is watching, and how Saudi Arabia navigates this transformative journey will set the tone for years to come. Let's put ourselves in the shoes of the Christian community in Saudi Arabia. For many, this is a long-awaited moment, a chance to openly practice their faith without fear or restrictions, but it's also a moment of cautious optimism. Will this be a one-time gesture, or does it signal a long-term commitment to inclusivity? Only time will tell. And here's a question for you. What does this mean for the future of the Middle East? Could we be witnessing the start of a regional transformation where acceptance and tolerance become the norm rather than the exception? Or is this just a fleeting moment, a calculated move to improve international relations? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's delve deeper into what this could mean for the social and cultural fabric of Saudi Arabia. This church is more than just a place of worship. It's a symbol of transformation, a testament to the kingdom's willingness to adapt to a rapidly changing world. For years, Saudi Arabia has been a land of deep tradition. And while tradition is beautiful, progress is what keeps a society thriving. Think about the younger generations growing up in Saudi Arabia. They're the ones who will live in a world shaped by these decisions. To them, This move could signal that their country values not only its rich heritage, but also the importance of being a part of a global community. It sends a message that the kingdom is not afraid to evolve, to explore new paths, and to embrace diversity. But here's where it gets even more interesting. This isn't just about religion, it's about economics, politics, and diplomacy too. By opening its doors to religious inclusivity, Saudi Arabia is potentially attracting international goodwill. Tourists, investors, and even foreign governments may view this as a sign that the kingdom is ready to engage with the world on a new level. Now, let's take a moment to imagine the ripple effects. What if other nations in the region see this and decide to follow suit? Could this be the start of a broader movement towards religious freedom and coexistence in the Middle East? Picture a future where churches, mosques, synagogues, and temples coexist peacefully, where people from different backgrounds come together in mutual respect. But change isn't always easy, is it? With every step forward, there's often resistance. Some may argue that this development challenges the kingdom's traditions or raises questions about its identity, and these concerns aren't entirely unfounded. Balancing tradition with progress is no small task. What's crucial is how Saudi Arabia manages this transition. Will the leadership continue to foster an environment where all voices are heard, where dialogue replaces division, and where inclusivity becomes a cornerstone of its national identity? Of course, no change comes without challenges. There will undoubtedly be voices within Saudi Arabia that question this decision. Some may feel that building a church is a departure from the kingdom's Islamic identity. Balancing these perspectives while moving forward will be a delicate task. And then there's the global scrutiny. The world will be watching to see if this move is genuine or merely performative. Will Saudi Arabia follow through with policies that support religious freedom? Will this be the start of a broader wave of inclusivity, or is it a one-off event? This is where we, as observers, come in. It's easy to watch from the sidelines, but let's remember that change often starts with understanding. By engaging in conversations, sharing stories like this, and promoting empathy, we contribute to a world where diversity isn't just accepted, it's celebrated. Here's a thought to leave you with. What does this mean for you? Whether you live in the Middle East or halfway across the world, this story is a reminder of the power of bold choices. It's a call to look at our own communities and ask, are we doing enough to embrace diversity and foster understanding? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how this story resonates with you personally. Before you go, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We've got plenty more thought-provoking stories coming your way, and trust me, you won't want to miss them. Thank you for watching, for engaging, and for being part of this conversation. Until next time, take care and stay inspired.